I was working with my dad this past week and something hit me. Just watching my dad for like 5 minutes working on switching some lights made me realize how much the masculine thrives on solving problems. What if I was to tell you that the reason why maybe you feel a bit emotionally unavailable, maybe you don't talk as much as you want to, maybe you think you're really, really introverted, it's nothing that's wrong with you. It's that you kind of struggle to express more of your feminine traits, like emotional depth, empathy, creativity. Now, what if I was to also tell you that the most successful men have a combination of both? The masculine traits like problem solving, leadership, goal orientated, and the feminine traits like creativity, empathy, emotional depth, connection. Now, I ain't trying to roast my dad here, but if I was to pinpoint some of his weaknesses, I would say that he struggles a bit with his feminine side. And so did younger Adrian until I hopped on this journey of self improvement. We have been brainwashed and manipulated to believe to become as hyper masculine as possible. And this is advice which I would give myself. Which, yes, by all means, bro, become as successful as you can. Be a leader. Set goals and accomplish them. That is all like the best traits. Do that. But also, by doing all of that, that is not an excuse to neglect the feminine parts of you. Like being empathetic, working on your ability to connect with others, like learning more about attachment styles, being creative. Obviously, in terms of like relationships, if you want to date a feminine girl, okay, she relies on you to be more masculine. Obviously. But that doesn't mean feminine is bad. It's just that you almost need to have like some sort of ratio, as stupid as this sounds. Like maybe you need to be 60, 70% masculine and 30% feminine. If I was to brutally ask you right now, what are your weaknesses? What do you struggle with? Do you struggle with discipline? Do you struggle with creativity? Do you struggle with empathy? That is a much more healthier way to look at yourself in the mirror and work on the area that is severely lacking. Because right now you can watch all of my YouTube videos about how to become more masculine, how to make progress, how to build muscle, how to start posting content, how to do this. You can do all of that. But if there's one other area, maybe in your feminine side, which you struggle with so much, like being empathetic, being emotionally available, you are actually still going to struggle with girls, believe it or not. How crazy is that? And girls will look at you like you can't communicate that well, you don't have charisma. I can argue that the more attractive thing is your ability to invest in yourself. You've been taught your whole life that you need to provide, be the hardworking man, provide as much as you can, neglect yourself, but just provide, because that is the ultimate masculine trait, which is true. I'm not saying providing is bad, it's good. But who is more attractive? The guy who provides, buys his girl everything, the house, the car, buys everything for his kids, but at the same time neglects his physical health, neglects his mental health, neglects his spirituality, neglects all of that, but is provided, and that's the most important trait of being a masculine man, which it is important. But now he's a fat piece of shit. Now his girlfriend's not even physically attracted to him. He doesn't even really care about himself, so why should I care about him? My dad would work like a fucking animal and provide as much as he could for us. And it still didn't end well. It still didn't end well. Now, obviously, there's more other traits, like being emotionally available, caring, respectful, etc. But if I was to ask my dad right now, did he care about himself as much as he did before getting married? Or did he care more about providing because that's what he was being taught? He would say the providing option. Now also think, divorce rates in marriages are higher than they have ever been. I'm pretty sure it's like over 50% of marriages get divorced. Now, why is that? Is it because we've been brainwashed to believe that the guy should always just provide, and forget about himself? I think that plays a huge part of it. What is the point of this video? The main lesson is for you to realize that you need to find that healthy ratio of still providing, but still at the same time actually being a little bit selfish and spending money on yourself, because that's not a bad thing. But I feel like whatever sounds wrong is actually right. You're told not to invest money because it's risky, but when you actually do it, you actually make more money. You're told to be safe, but when you do, you get fucked. You're told to not start a YouTube channel and go to uni, but when you do go to uni, and you do get your masculine energy of solving these problems from the job you get, but it's not even actually purposeful compared to what you really wanted to do. I know the last 23 years I've lived on this planet, when I've done the opposite of what everyone else was to tell me what to do, I've not only been happier, but I've been way more fulfilled, purposeful, and made 10 times more progress. I've done this YouTube channel, this movement, this journey for 1 year precisely now. And the progress I've made over this past year, sharing lessons about masculinity, self-improvement, mental health, discipline, etc., I wouldn't have it any other way. The way I've spent my time in the last year, I've never felt so happy that I've been embracing my masculine side, but I've also been embracing my feminine side just a little bit. And when I have, it's made me more masculine. Me being in my feminine has made me more masculine. That sounds like the stupidest shit you will ever hear. Me being more of a leader has made me more creative and more empathetic. Me being more creative has made me more of a leader. Has made me more goal-oriented. It's yin and yang, and not one is better than the other. They have equal value, and they're both as important. And without them, this world would be black and white and boring as shit. What the really sad thing is, though, it's that as young guys, young teenagers, we are problem solvers. We are masculine. 80% of us, I'm pretty sure, is this statistic. We are deep down masculine. And we do love to solve problems. It's just that right now, the problems you are solving, like in the video games you're playing, like in the sports games you're watching, aren't the best problems to be solving and sap your desire to be more of a masculine man. Back on the story of me working with my dad, if I was to ask him deep down, which I never have before, do you like solving the problems you're solving? I would put money that the answer would be no. Now that's ruthless coming from a fucking 23-year-old. My dad's just turned 60. But it's like, I'm not trying to... Oh, pardon me. This is like a very sensitive topic to talk about. But the fucked part is, I'm not giving him shit for it. I'm trying to like make him more aware. Because when you're as the masculine, when you're solving problems you don't like to solve, now with your feminine energy, you're going to be less creative, less empathetic, less connective with others. But when you're in your true masculine and you're solving not only problems, but you're solving problems which you love to solve, now with the feminine sides of you, you're actually going to be more empathetic, more creative. This is an awareness I've only just had this past week, and it makes so much sense. This is something I would not even think about or to ever speak about in the last couple months or last year when I started this channel. I feel like my awareness has reached a new level, and you're watching this video now, you can kind of like grab my data sets and use them to your advantage. But I don't want you to think that the message of this video is for you to not provide, not protect. No, 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 no. Those are important traits. You still have to develop them. It's just that, are you solving problems that you like to solve? What is your definition of work? And do you like it? Because if you don't, and you're just waiting for some sort of like completion of life, that will never come. And you're just going to be in autopilot, not learning, not improving, not becoming more masculine or feminine, not doing anything, just being a blob. A fucking blob. Now, I can assure you, you don't want to be that. You clicked on this video in hoping that you would learn something new and fasten your self-improvement progress. Which I'm sure 15 minutes in now, you've probably learned a lot. But how do you actually figure out what problems you do want to solve? How do I start doing more of what I actually want to do? What do I do, Adrian? This is going to be even more ruthless advice. But you didn't need to click on this video to figure out what you want to do. You saying or questioning, oh, I don't know what to do, I don't know what, is bullshit. Because we all have something inside of us that's almost like a guided arrow which tells us and moves us towards what we want to do. It's just that, you know what stops us? Anxiety, fear of failure, being safe and not taking risks. All of those things are what stop us. And there's no other way around it. I know for me, whenever I felt like I didn't know what I wanted to do, I deep down know what I wanted to do. I would just cope and say, I don't know what to do. Before starting this YouTube channel, I wanted to do YouTube for like 8 months. I knew I wanted to sit on this chair, turn on my camera, buy a microphone, and start recording myself speak. It's just that I was afraid. But it's the problems which I wanted to solve because I felt like I had a lot to share. So I knew if I could just take action subtly, if I could just force myself to sit in my chair, turn my phone on, camera, video, and click that little red button, I would now be 100 times more happier in my day-to-day life. So that's what I did. And I just did it. You're watching this video now, you're probably like feeling a little bit motivated to become a YouTuber as well. But you have these limiting beliefs which say, oh, it's oversaturated, too many people do it, I can't do what Adrian's doing, I can't, he's already done. That's not the point. You do it because you want to do it. And there is no such thing as copying. Your masculine logical brain is craving to solve some problems and share them. I had a conversation with my friend after the gym, convincing him to start posting YouTube because he has a lot of stories to tell and a lot of lessons to share. And he felt this burning desire. And I would tell him for weeks, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Last week, he sends me a text saying he recorded his first video. He took action. And he felt fucking good afterwards. He got in his flow state. He solved a problem which he wanted to solve, regardless of how much money he's to make. Obviously, you don't make any money on your first YouTube video. But that's besides the point. Because purpose is tied to service. You got to stop asking yourself, what do I get from doing this job? And instead, you have to ask yourself, how can I help? What problems can I solve which leave humanity in a better place than a worser place? And actually feels good for me. because this will allow me to not only be more masculine, to not only be more productive, to not only smash more goals, but to be more empathetic, be more creative, be more bonding, and a better individual. How can I bring creativity into my challenges and almost combined the masculine and the feminine to become the superior man? Your actionable step for this video is to get a piece of paper and just write down whatever that core feeling you have inside of you wants to do or needs to do. Is it to start a YouTube channel? Is it to delete dating apps? Is it to stop this bad habit? Whatever it is, you follow where your intuition is guiding you. Because I know for myself, the level of self-improvement I've reached, I quite literally now just do what I want. That's it. I do what I want. That doesn't mean, oh, I'm a lazy bum, so I do what I want. I'm just going to stay at home all day and do... No. That's what we've been brainwashed to believe. We think doing what you want is laziness. It's not laziness, bro. What if you were to do what you want, but it's only good, positive habits which benefit you, but you actually feel like doing them? It's that most people don't have discipline, don't have consistency, don't have work ethic, don't have leadership, don't have all of those traits. So when they do what they want, they're actually just an even bigger blob. But I do what I want, and that is like attractive as fuck. I felt like sitting down today on a Saturday at 2 p.m. recording this video, and it's probably been one of my best speeches I've ever had. And now I'm going to feel like 10 times better for the rest of the day. I went for a 5K run this morning because I just wanted to do it. I felt like going for a run. So I said, fuck it, let's do it. I felt like getting groceries, so I restocked my fridge. Every little action I do, I want to do. I balance creativity with problem solving, and it's really improved my life. And I hope it can for you. Because you hear all this propaganda now, with, like I said at the start of this video, these influencers saying all you need to do is work. But if you're working on stuff which you don't, or you're not passionate about, not ambitious for, isn't fun, regardless of how much money you make, are you going to be your happiest, most loving self to your partner? No. If anything, when the guy is super hard working and providing, but he isn't happy with how he's providing, not only is he sacrificing his own peace of mind, but he's actually sacrificing the relationship. Hence why divorce rates are through the roof. Be selfish. This is another brutal pill to swallow, but everyone does care about themselves to a certain level. Name me one person on this planet who supposedly doesn't care about himself or herself. Doesn't exist. Now, I'm not saying never give. No. I'm just saying maybe at times being a little bit more selfish is probably the greatest thing to do. If you don't like your job, or you don't want to piss off your boss, you're a pussy. Because this boss can quite literally replace you like that. Because the problems you're solving aren't even that difficult. They're not even that difficult. Yeah, you're getting paid for it, but you're getting paid for it for a reason. To keep you stuck there and drain your masculine capacities. Wake up! Wake up! Zoom out. Become aware. Become more knowledgeable. Rewatch this video if you have to. Because if you are on a low level of self-improvement, I can guarantee you, yeah, you maybe understood a bit of what I just said, but you're probably going to forget it all, especially if you didn't take notes, especially if you didn't watch it with your full focus. Maybe rewatch it every week to wake you up and get you out of the current cycle you're in of maybe working a 9 to 5 or doing some sort of business which you don't really like and makes you less of a man, makes you less vulnerable, makes you more emotionally unavailable. I'll leave the rest with you. Hop on self-improvement, lay out a vision, make a blueprint, and set goals that make you happy. Because if you're happy, everyone around you will be happy. Be a bit more selfish. I hope this video motivated or educated you. I currently am doing one-on-one relationship coaching. It will be the first link in the description. I also do have a free private Discord community group. If you want to join that, I think that'll also be like the second link in the description. Other than that, make sure to click the subscribe button and also that little bell icon. So kind of like reminded when I do upload these types of videos so you can watch them and educate yourself as soon as humanly possible. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.